Battle of the Baddest took place. Tyson Fury.
That title sounds like a flipping bashment rave, though.
Tyson Fury.
You would have thought it's a
Francis
bashment
Ngannou.
rave. You would have thought it was a bashment rave with the entrances, with the ceremony.
Oh, they're going ham.
Yeah, they went in. Shout out to Saudi. The ring raising up from the ground.
Yeah, shout. Yeah. They brought a flow down from the. Where was he,
bro?
How did he even find him? Why him?
Yo,
Flo down, you know.
I was like, well, man, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, that guy looks familiar. Who is this?
Flo, I was like, raw. Because he, you know, Francis Ngannou made a song in it for this fight, and he was on it. Him, Lil Baby, and someone else.
Yo, but
yeah,
how?
I don't know. Boy, Flo down, you know.
I was like, mad. Yeah, shout out to them, man.
Yeah, shout out to him. But yeah, good event from Saudi, and then the fight itself. Tyson Fury split decision. A lot of people are saying it's a robbery.
It wasn't a robbery. The thing is, a lot of fans are very emotional when it comes to boxing. Like how I scored it, and with boxing, you have to remember, every round is scored 10 or 9. With regardless of how well someone won the round, unless there's a knockdown, the rounds are scored 10-9. So what happened was that in the rounds where what's his name, Ngannou won, he won them big. He looked good. They were impressive. The rounds that Fury won were quiet rounds. He stole the rounds. There was the rounds that Fury was winning, Francis wasn't doing nothing. And Fury was just jabbing, moving, boxing, and winning those rounds. But then the rounds that Ngannou would win, he would look brutal. He'd be throwing the punches. He's looking like a killer. But I think he won about 4 rounds. But the 4 rounds that he did win were big. And the 6 rounds that Fury won were quiet. So people were like, oh my gosh, Ngannou got robbed. He didn't get robbed. If you're scoring it as a judge would score it, then Fury deserves to win the fight on the scorecards. Having said that, I don't think Fury properly trained for the fight. I don't think he respected Ngannou enough. Even during his interviews, he kept saying, I'm going to knock him out. I'm going to knock out that Dawson. And then his dad was trying to take all the attention out here, trying to bet Mike Tyson. And I wish Francis won that fight so that his dad would have to call in that bet. Because he said, if Francis wins that fight, I'll fight Mike Tyson. His dad definitely bribed the referees. He definitely went to the judges and gave him a hug and ran out of the arena as quick as he could. Because if Francis won and he had to fight Mike Tyson, he'd be in heaven. He would die.
One thing I will say, I think there's a lot of agendas out there in terms of people shouting robbery. It was a close fight.
Yeah.
But I think, especially with the MMA community, because most people are seeing it as Ngannou versus Fury. The MMA community are seeing it as like MMA versus boxing.
Boxing, yep.
So that you see it
vice versa.
Yeah,
the boxing community like, Fury disgraced boxing. This is a set boxing back. How can he fight a non-boxer? And styles make fights. And Ngannou has fought before. He's been a kickboxer, MMA fighter. He's got the ring presence. He knows how to deal with pressure. He's been in big title fights. He fights for a living, so it's not out of this. It's not out of the realm of possibility that he can actually fight.
I will say, in all reality, Tyson Fury should smoke Ngannou. He should smoke it. The thing about Tyson Fury is that he fights to the level of his opponent. Because early in Tyson's career, he was in some wars with some bums that no one even knows about.
Yeah.
Total wars. And then you saw how he got knocked down by Cunningham. But when it comes to rising to the occasion, fighting the Klitschko's and Wilder, you see how he rises to it. So, and then even when he fought Otto Wallin, didn't take him seriously, nearly got beat.
Yeah, that was life and death as well. That was war.
Yeah. So he always fights to the level of his opponent.
You say that, but then when he fought Chisora and Dillian White, he showed them Wagwan as well. So he's shown recently that he can rise above and show boxers beneath from Wagwan. Because he made Dillian look like a small boy.
Dillian White, with all due respect, is washed. And I think he was injured. The way he was fighting, I think he was injured that fight. And he did say he was injured and he got surgery. Because
he didn't take the steroids.
Yeah, yeah. Chisora, boy, yeah, that's easy work for Fury. Styles made fights, like you said. That Chisora style is tailor made for Fury.
Yeah, now that fight, what like the people are saying, oh, Fury this, Fury, yeah, Fury looked bad, 100%. But you see why the AJ fight is interesting, and you see why they're calling for that fight. And I've been saying that AJ and Fury will be a good fight, because regardless of what you think of AJ, it's going to be a good fight. Fury showed yesterday what happens when he can't lean on the man. He couldn't lean on Ngannou. Ngannou was too strong. Ngannou was not going to allow it. He was using his forearm to keep. He was pushing Fury off of one arm and dashing an uppercut with the other arm. He wasn't allowing it. So Fury couldn't. He didn't have that get out of jail card to lean on the man and weigh them out and tire them out like he did with Wilder. And that's why that AJ fight is interesting for me, because AJ is strong as well. You can't just lean on AJ.
I think Ngannou is much stronger than AJ, and I think there's not too much. Although they look different, I don't think there's too much of a difference in strength between Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Remember, Ngannou only weighed like 6 pounds less than him. If Joshua and Fury were to fight, Fury would have like 15 pounds in him. So you got to factor that in as well. Pound for pound, yeah, AJ's stronger, but Tyson Fury is a bigger man.
He's bigger, but I'm saying when you see the fight yesterday, you can see how AJ will feel confident. Fury can't bully him like he does at other people, can't use his weight advantage. If you're saying they're equally as strong as each other, then he can hold off Fury just as much as Fury can hold him off. AJ he's got the fundamentals, he can bang with both hands as well. So that makes the fight very interesting for me now. And when you think about the Usyk fight, it's kind of lost a bit of his glamour, because the world heavyweight champion just got he just went life and death with a UFC fighter, MMA fighter, who's having his first boxing fight. And there's different fights that can happen now. What happens with Ngannou versus AJ, Ngannou versus Wilder? I'd love to see those fight. How does Usyk deal with Ngannou? Because Ngannou's fearless. Usyk can't. They don't have the power to hurt him. Fury couldn't hurt him. Usyk can box him, but Ngannou showed that. I'm here. I'm swinging. I don't fear nothing.
In terms of people saying it's a disgrace to boxing and everything, I think what people need to realize is heavyweight boxing is different to anything else. With heavyweight boxing, it's not so much about technique. It's about power, strength, and power. That's a more of a deciding factor than in the lower weight divisions. If you notice, the higher the weight divisions go, the higher the knockout percentages. If you look at people like at flyweight in them, and they're not knocking out anyone. You don't really find like major knockout artists in the lower weight classes. That's why it's rare to see someone like Inoue. That's why people are making such a big deal of him, because he's able at the lower weight classes to knock people out. You rarely see
Pacquiao back in the day as well.
Yeah,
knocking
Pacquiao.
People.
So,
and remember, heavyweights is why they say, that's why they always say, like your point, punches, like it takes one punch to win a fight with the heavyweights, because that's really what it's about. One punch can change the whole scene of the fight. Look at Mike Tyson versus Buster Douglas. One punch changed the whole fight. Tyson was winning that fight till the 11th round. One bang, boom, done.
Look at Deontay Wilder. If Deontay Wilder was a welterweight,
Luis wraps him up. He was losing every round, and then that one bang saved him from Luis.
Yeah. Wilder can't have that style and be a welterweight. There's no way. But because he's a heavyweight, and heavyweight is a lot about power and strength, he's able to prosper and become world champion. But he wouldn't even be a pro at a lower weight class, Deontay Wilder.
And by your very point, that's why the AJ Fury fight makes a lot of sense and is intriguing, because if it's not so much about the technicality of it, then AJ's got a very good chance, because AJ's got the physical attributes, he's got the strength, and he's got the power. So that's why that fight is impressive.
When have we seen that AJ though? When have we seen, the killer AJ?
We've seen in the past, and with this fight, what has AJ got to lose? And with Usyk, he was trying to get his belts back, so he was trying to be methodical. He's trying to fight a smaller guy who's more nimble, who's more agile, who's more technical. It's hard to land. But with Fury, he's got nothing to lose. Fury's deemed as the greatest heavyweight in this era. So what has he got to lose against Fury? He's a big target. AJ does well when he fights bigger men.
Yeah, I
That's when
want
his
to see.
uppercut starts coming in. So this fight, like it's that's why it makes that fight intriguing. And like your point, like if you look at Mayweather versus McGregor, Mayweather made McGregor look like an MMA fighter. He carried him. It was a carry job. There
Yeah.
was a clear difference in ability because the power wasn't a problem. But with this fight, Ngannou, power was a problem. Fury felt that. He even got the knockdown in the third round.
Oh, that was a sweet left hook, you know. Sweet left hook. You saw
I
Fury's
could not
face.
believe it.
Yeah, that was crazy, man.
I thought he tripped. And then the replay like, raw, he banged. No, yo, the power was raw, man.
But yeah, I have to give Francis Ngannou his flowers. Everyone was laughing at him at the open workout, saying, "Look at his technique." I thought his technique, it looks okay. I don't know why people were laughing at it. For MMA fight, it looked, especially heavyweight as well, because like I said, heavyweight is not really about technique. I thought he looked okay.
I think
And he
he
showed in the
looked.
fight, he was able to do it with live bullets in front of him.
His technique in the workouts looked like someone who just picked up boxing. It did, but that wasn't going to be an issue because he fights for a living. He knows how to fight. So that I was never concerned about how he looks technically because I knew he can fight, but I didn't expect him to do as well as he did. I genuinely thought he was going to stop him.
Yeah,
He exceeded my expectations and he's a winner in my eyes. I don't think he won the fight, but he's done a hell of a job.
Yeah, I have to give him his credit because going back when he got released from the UFC, he took a risk. He wasn't happy with the term the UFC was offering him. He wanted to expand himself, get into these type of fights. So he took a risk and stepped away from the UFC, and now he's reaping the rewards.
Yeah,
and shout
and
out
he
to
deserves
PFL
it.
What was that?
I'm saying he deserves it.
Yeah,
Gambled on himself.
yeah, exactly. And shout out to PFL for signing him and allowing him to have the MMA and do his boxing thing as well. Because now PFL winning because
they're going to get more eyes.
They got the biggest athlete, one of the biggest athlete in combat sports now. And like I said, Ngannou, now he's got options. Can I go back to MMA? Can I go back to boxing? Because any heavyweight boxing fight now, legit interest now. And there's a legit question. Can he beat AJ? Can he beat Wilder? These are legit questions. Ngannou's a bigger, stronger man than both of them. Both Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. So that alone will cause them physical issues. So yeah, shout out to Ngannou, man.
Shout out to Dewey Cooper and Mike Tyson as well, because they did a hell of a job training them.
Yeah,
because he didn't look out of place last night.
Yeah, exactly. Shout out to them; they deserve the credit. And you see that elbow from Fury.
He threw like that, yeah, and Ngannou didn't react.
Man, ate that like pounded yam, fam.
Fam, is this all you have? Is in my village we eat fufu?
Yeah, for real.
He took, yo.
I don't know what
he took that with okra stew. Easy work, man. I'm telling you, Ngannou's chin crazy.
Solid.
He was taking some crazy right hands from Fury.
Yeah,
it just kept coming. I was like, raw. I was very, very impressed with him. I was very impressed. That's why the coaches deserve so much credit because no one expected what we saw last night. No one expected it. So, like, the only analyst that I even saw that was kind of even given Ngannou a chance was Teddy Atlas.
And I think because he worked with him a little bit as well.
Yeah, he worked with him because he was like, oh, before I worked with him, I was like, but when I worked with him, I was like, wow, okay. Like, he knows he picks things very, very quickly. He's very intelligent. So, yeah, shout out to Ngannou, man.
Yeah, that guy's just a spectacular athlete, man.
He's a specimen.
Yeah, specimen. You could probably play in the NFL if you wanted.
He probably could. He's a specimen, and he's got that mindset. When he puts his mind to something, he does it. So, shout out to him, man. Shout out to Saudi Arabia because that was a show. Yeah, if that's how they're moving, yo, I'm tuning in. That was spectacular.
Shout out to Saudi, but please leave Mr. McMahon at home. Leave Mr. McMahon at home.
Bruh!
Where did they dig him up from?
Leave Undertaker, Mr. McMahon at home. Mr. McMahon is on his last legs. You don't need to be in Saudi.
My goodness.
Fam, who told him
on
to dye his hair, fam?
walking stick. I'm like, no, my hero, one of my heroes from my childhood.
Yo, the
man.
billionaire struck an old man walk. What happened?
Bro, innit? That
That struck. I was like, yo.
We don't need to see it.
I kept hearing Mr. McMahon in it, so I was thinking, he's gonna do the strut. I was like, huh? Who is this? With the mustaches, I'm like, who is this Donny?
It's not looking good, Bev.
Aye.
It's not
We're
looking
old,
good.
you know,
No, I
'cause
get it.
Mr. McMahon is old.
Everybody gets old, but please, he's too old. Just leave him at home.
No, it rattled me because I'm like, wow, like it brought the sense of reality that like we're actually getting old because Mr. McMahon was like that old guy that could do everything. Now he's like, he can barely walk.
Mm.
And you saw the Undertaker with his pot belly and his
Undertaker
flipping,
looks washed. Oh my god, he looks so washed. Undertaker looks
with that avatar trim. I was like, is that the Undertaker? What is
fam,
that?
how like what Saudi is not too far from Turkey, fam. Just made that short journey.
Wow.
Bruh.
Undertaker looking like a coffin carrier. I was like, well, who is this?
Apparently, Vince McMahon got a facelift, so that's why his face was looking like that.
Boy,
I'm sure he's done everything under the sun to look as young as he did for so long. I'm sure he's done everything, but please leave the man at home.
Man like Vince.
That shit was sad, man.
Yeah.
That's all right.
The booker stick rattled.
Oh,
I couldn't believe it. It saddened me, and I was like, wow, age is rolling.
That was sad.
Yeah.
It catches up to everyone.
Mm.
Yeah, well, especially him, because remember back in the day, like he was old, but he was
wham.
Yeah,
he was jumping top rows, slamming Donnies.
Yeah.
Man, age is
actually takes its toll, man.
My goodness.
But great event overall.
It was a great event, man.
Yeah, respect Saudi. Saudi, they go up above and beyond for what they do. The representation across the world, they want to be represented really well, and they don't leave no pages unturned. They cover every last detail. I'm sure they got the best of the best in the world to work on that event. I'm sure it's not people from their country. They had the best across the globe, and it's gonna look like it's all us. So
it's their money, so it's I mean, if the tickets are reasonable, if I could get tickets to go Saudi for any boxing event, I'm going, because that was an advert. That was nice.
Yeah, they do it right, and apparently the stadium that they built is a temporary one.
Yeah. They built a temporary one and they built a permanent one. So what happened was the undercards was in a temporary one, and then they moved to do the open ceremony in the new one that they built.
Okay.
Yeah, so the event took place in the new stadium that they built. So that was an opening event for that stadium. They brought a man like Flo down and Little Baby.
I think Flo down definitely watched Little Baby on that track. Little Baby was terrible.
I come with that deep voice, like yeah.
But it's a good event, man.
Saudi are into boxing. They're into
football,
and golf. So boy.
Sports is the way, man. It's like it reminds you of American college football. To get your program out there, if your sports are on a higher level, it just makes everything better.
Sports is a universal language. Like everyone speaks the language of sports. Everyone loves sports, so like they're trying to change the image of the country through sports. Yeah. There's no problem with that. If you got the money, why not? China tried it. So why not? The Premier League have been doing it for years, La Liga. So why can't they do it? So yeah, all the best to them, because at least they're trying to change the image of the country and make it. They're feeding people. People are getting bread from it. So
yeah, man,
I'm not mad at all. They got plans and ambitions, and they're going for it. So why not?
Just a quick one before we wrap up. Does this fight influence who you think would win out of Usyk and Fury?
No, not at all. Like I said before, styles make fights. And this was just an awkward style for Fury. He fought a fighter who's strong enough to keep him off him, who's got crazy power that he has to respect. Usyk is a spectacular fighter, great boxer, but Fury is a great boxer as well, and Fury's too big. He's too big for Usyk.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He's too big. He's 6'9", nearly 300 pounds. Usyk's got 6'3". No, Fury, because Ngannou is 6'4", and Fury did look at least 4 or 5 inches taller than him yesterday. Ngannou looked short next to Fury. He's legit 6'8", 6'9".
And let's be honest, we also be real about this. Fury scheduled the Usyk fight pretty soon after this fight just gone, and he definitely had one eye on the next fight. So
But
if
then
he
he quickly turned out though.
I mean, what I'm saying, if he had sole focus on Usyk, which he knows he has to take serious, you get a much better Fury coming out. So yeah, Fury should win that.
He should win. And you said it yourself, Denz. He rises to the level of his opponents. So a Usyk, he's going to rise to that occasion. We've seen it before. Yeah, I don't think Usyk has the power to keep Fury off him. And in terms of boxing ability, I'd say they're pretty even. Maybe Usyk's a bit more technical, but Fury's no starch when it comes to boxing ability. He's a pure boxer. He's got the long jab to keep Usyk at bay. He's got the power, and if things start going wrong, he's just going to lean on them anyways. So
Yeah, like they say, a good big man usually beats a good little man.
that's it.
But yeah, that's it. Another episode of 245 Sports. Like, share, subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments. Who'd win? AJ Fury, AJ Ngannou, Usyk Ngannou, Wilder Ngannou, Wilder AJ. But yeah, let us know. And yeah, we're out.